Virgos, what's going on with my Virgos? Welcome to my channel. My name is Dee. Thanks for tuning in with me. This is going to be for January 25th through the end of the month. Keep in mind this is a general read, so the messages may or may not resonate. If you want something more tailored to your specific situation, go ahead and click the link in the description box below, and that will take you to my website where you can go ahead and book a personal read. So, what's going on with my earth signs? My Virgos. Last shuffle. I feel like I need to do that the right way. Alright, there we go. Alright, so, Virgos. First card, we have King of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but if you're not, this is definitely you taking a logical standpoint and analytical standpoint, really making decisions using your head rather than your heart. You could also be, either you or someone you're dealing with, be really detached and cold at this time. This person has their sword out and they're kind of ready to cut any bullshit out that may appear. The next card we have is the King of Wands. This is definitely someone who's passionate, a lot of fire in this. Could be a fire sign also. If this is you, then you're definitely thinking about taking action towards cutting something out. For some of you, you could be dealing with two people. One of them is really analytical and logical, and they kind of make decisions from the headspace, and the other one is really action-oriented. This person likes to take action. They're really fiery. Really depends on your specific situation. You could be dealing with either two men or two women. Really just depends on your scenario. Next, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I definitely do take this as you. I see three people in this reading so far. It could just be that you want to cut something out and you want to take action towards it, but I really feel like this is people. And since you're the earth sign, you're really grounded and really good at taking care of your finances, really nurturing. You like to nurture other people, take care of others and yourself as well. If this isn't you, then, okay, I'm not going to take those. It's too much. Yeah, if this isn't you, then you're definitely just you want to nurture some certain aspect in your life, whether this is work, love. You're definitely, I get the vibe though that the reason why this chair is empty, because you're kind of like looking for your king or your queen. But at the same time, you're super grounded and nurturing. So just take care of yourself and you'll attract the right person with time. You may have like two possible contenders out here. Let me know in the comment section if it's true or not. Then I have the Hermit. So this is basically going inside, doing some introspection, maybe trying to shine the light on some shadow aspects of yourself. You could also be soul searching in regards to a specific aspect, whether it's work, love. Maybe you're trying to think about choosing a new direction, but the Hermit card definitely signifies a lot of internal work. Okay. And then we also have the Eight of Cups. This could be walking away from something. It is right below the King of Swords, this person that has their sword out. So this kind of tells me that you may be walking away from something that you invested a lot of time in. This may take a lot of deep contemplation about it, which is why you're in hermit mode, because you may not necessarily want to walk away. You just may feel that this is the best scenario for your case at this time, is walking away and finding something better. And the next card that flew out is the Seven of Pentacles. This is definitely the rearranging card. So you might be rearranging things in your life, whether this is finances, people. And after cutting something out comes the rearranging. So you might be swapping in one person who was cold and detached and really logical, didn't really show their feelings, for someone who's a lot more action oriented. They may be a little bit more willing to open up to you, but you may be contemplating about doing so, which is why you're in hermit mode, because you're thinking about rearranging things in your life. Let me shuffle this some more. All right. And the next card we have is the Emperor. This is definitely taking control of your life. You're not really sitting back and going with the flow, kind of like taking things as they are. This tells me that you're definitely trying to take control of the situation. Just try not to be, overbearing or a little bit overpowering. But you could also be dealing with someone in your life that is a bit controlling. They definitely like control from what I see. This person's kind of like sitting arrogantly on their throne. And then the final card, we have Death. This could be the ending of something. If it's not an ending, it's definitely a transformation. Death comes in when it's time for something to be reborn, or just for a complete ending. We'll find out what this is specifically when we clarify in a second. But yeah, after contemplating walking away and actually doing it comes rearranging things, taking control, and maybe the ending, the formal ending or the transformation of something. I'm going to use another deck to clarify. This is going to be the Morgan Greer deck. Let's see. Okay, when it comes to this King of Swords, this has to do with a soulmate. So this is a relationship that kind of grew from the friendship stage. You would know specifically who this person is in your life, but you're contemplating whether you should cut them out, and you're really in your head about this. And it's not really in your head, you're just kind of dealing with it internally, trying to find answers within yourself, because the Hermit comes out twice, and this tells me that it's really significant. And if it's not you that's doing the soul searching, it could definitely be the person that you're considering cutting out of your life. When it comes to the King of Wands, we have options. Like I said, you could be dealing with two people, so you could have the option of choosing someone over the other. This person could also be confused, or you could be dealing a lot of confusion when it has to do with this King of Wands. Things may not be clear at this time. There's still a lot of muddied waters. Things haven't really been out in the air, but I definitely see you having some options here. And when it comes to you, the Queen of Wands, why did I say that? The Queen of Pentacles, you're definitely having some internal conflict. If this isn't internal, it's external conflict. Maybe even dealing with some competition. Let's double check and see which one it is. Victory. Okay, so even though you're having conflict at this time, the end result will be victory. And from what I see here, this victory card only has one person in it. And all of the other decks, there's usually people behind, maybe supporting them. And I feel like this is a struggle that ultimately led to you having victory all on your own and not really having anyone to cheer you on. Maybe it was something difficult that you've been dealing with. And when it comes to this Hermit card right here, the soul searching that you're doing, you're trying to figure out what would be best for you in this situation, trying to figure out what exactly your wish fulfillment is, because things could have changed. All of the things that you may have thought you wanted back then might not be emotionally, physically, or spiritually fulfilling to you, and now you're trying to figure out which direction you should go in next. Does what I have right now still make me happy? That's the vibe that I get off of this. And with the 8 of Cups, we have clarity or truth. So the universe is going to bring you clarity and the truth that you're seeking. This isn't really something that you have to try to move forward. It's going to come regardless of what you do. And you're going to have clarity about whether you should walk away or not. Because right now I feel like you're still on the fence. Because you wouldn't be soul searching so hard if you already knew what you were going to do. And the universe is kind of bringing in the clarity from the clouds. And that tells me the same clouds here. So you're really in a confused state. But don't worry, because you're going to get out of it soon. And when it comes to this rearranging things in your life, whether it's investing somewhere else, investing money, investing in other people, you're going to make a judgment call. Whatever judgment call this is, it's going to lead to you moving towards calmer waters. As you can see, there's mountains back here, and this is kind of like a family, like making a journey elsewhere. I definitely see here, this may be like a family situation that you're having to make a judgment call about. There could be children involved in this situation. There doesn't have to be, though, but I definitely see a child here. That's going to be specific to someone. But a judgment call will be made by you. And what this will include is having the strength to make the decision that you need to make, regardless of what that is, whether that includes taming your demons, doing what you need to do. You could also be dealing with the Leo. You don't have to be. But this involves making a final call. And in regards to this controlling aspect here, it's leading for you to be a little bit selfish or greedy. You may be holding on too tightly to something, maybe holding on too tightly to control. You need to kind of loosen the grip a bit, whether it is energetically. Stop holding on so tightly to this situation, because you're kind of like strangling the options when it comes to solving this. So as soon as you let go, then things can change for the better. What is it that you're holding on to exactly? Giving. You're holding on to giving to someone, or giving to a situation that maybe no longer serves you. And this tells me that you need to let go. Once you let go, things will get better. If it's for someone to come back to you, as soon as you let go, there's definitely the opportunity and the chance for that to happen. But as long as you're holding on tightly, that's definitely not going to be an option in this case. So let go. Don't hold on so tightly. And when it comes to death, either this ending or this transformation, let's see. It's definitely an ending. Something that led to you feeling pain, heartbreak. In some cases, it could even be a third-party situation. I don't really see that case here. I see it more as this ending or this transformation is causing a lot of pain in your heart. As you can see, there's swords going through this person's heart, and there's definitely dark clouds around it. So this could be a little bit of a depressive state for you. In regards to matters of the heart specifically, you may not have wanted to let go of something that maybe over or is in the verge of being over. Yeah, and there was definitely something toxic in this. If you're not dealing with a Capricorn, which you don't have to be, there was definitely a toxic aspect in this relationship that you were having, whether you're single or in a relationship. It's definitely something toxic that just had to end. And even though it isn't ending, this could also be a transformation. So for something to end, it means something brand new is going to start. So if there was things that were toxic that were going on because of this Devil card, this is letting you know that that's definitely about to end. And you do have a chance to transform things if you do choose to do so. Well, Virgos, that's the end of your reading. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and let me know whether this resonated with you. I'll be back in February to do February's read for that week. And I hope you guys have a good night.